I'm Ben Bailey, and I believe our Kiwi produce is world class. In 2024, Ahi in Auckland's Commercial Bay won New Zealand's best restaurant and was awarded 3 hats. It's never been more important to tell our New Zealand food story and where our food comes from. The faceless piece of steak or fruit in the supermarket, how was it raised or grown? We need to reconnect with the growers, the producers, the harvesters, and showcase their skills and commitment.
We don't want to produce a product that we can't fully stand behind.
Food is more than fuel to power our bodies. Our food in New Zealand has a unique story, and I want to experience its origins and the Kiwis behind it.
That's got to be one of the most sustainable things I've heard.
New Zealanders deserve to eat the best products from New Zealand. The stunning Hawke's Bay. I just love it down here. I'm heading to Hastings as I can finally meet the team at Matangi Beef, who are a boutique family-owned farming business producing premium beef, bred with purpose and grown with patience. This is bespoke farming at its best.
Come on, girls, come on! Come on, girls!
Are you talking to me?
I wasn't talking to you, but welcome.
So this is it, Matangi Beef.
Yeah, mate, this is Matangi Beef.
Beautiful.
We're looking at some of our summer carvers.
Summer carving, so carving normally happens in the spring or late winter?
Yep. Because we're trying to produce beef all year round, we carve twice a year. So we brought that in 2 years ago, and it's worked really well, and we can now produce our beef for 10 months of the year. And those calves over there are 2 weeks old. So I think it's important to note that all our beef comes from our farms. They're all born on our farms. We don't buy any cattle in. Our goal is to produce the best grass-fed Angus beef in New Zealand for New Zealanders. So these cows that you're looking at here are all in the top percent for IMF, which is intramuscular fat, which is what we're looking for. And our bulls are all in the top 1% for intramuscular fat.
Genetics.
Genetics.
Wow.
So then we get a calf on the ground that is very likely to be high in IMF, and then our job starts on farm with our policies and our management issues.
Bucking the trend, Matangi have opened their own butchery in Hastings. The beef is hung for 21 days and individual cuts are delivered directly to the customer or the restaurants. You're trying to produce the best beef in New Zealand. What's the point if no one knows about it? You know, you go to the supermarket and you'll see some beef that's really good and you'll see some beef that's really average and it's all the same price, and that doesn't make sense to me.
We're not incentivised to produce quality.
Exactly.
We're incentivised to produce weight.
Yes.
So what we're doing is we're flipping that on its head.
It's brilliant.
And we're trying to incentivise ourselves to not only produce a high quality steak for our chefs and our customers, but to get consistently good steaks. And the way to do that is to have full control of those animals from breeding, birth, right through to end of life.
It's brilliant. The animals go to the abattoir 15 minutes down the road, so the journey for the animal is relatively stress-free.
We look at it from the animal's perspective. So what I mean by that is we're not going to do anything that's going to stress the animal out too much. All our animals, before the 21 days of ageing, are independently graded by an independent grader for marble score, fat colour, meat colour, and most importantly, what we're talking about here is pH. If the pH is too high, that means there's been a stress event before death, and we have no problems there.
And that's when the meat's really dark, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
That really dark meat, which is reflective of pH, is a really good indicator for people who are buying beef to look for.
Yeah.
The location's stunning. There's not a better environment, I think, for these animals to grow up. What do you guys do differently when it comes to raising these animals up through to the time it's time to head to the butcher shop?
From when that calf is born, we've identified the first 250 days as extremely important. That calf's got all the potential from mum and dad to get the marbling laid in, but that first 250 days, we feed the mother very well, so she milks very well.
Wow.
And then the calf
makes sense.
Will lay down all that intramuscular fat potential in those first 250 days.
The farming practice is all about low or no stress on the animals. They stay with their mates for life in small mobs of 20. There are only heading dogs, so no barking, and the yard time is kept to a bare minimum. And the cows are fed every day, and all their feed is grown on the farm.
For us, they're hanging out on these hills. The grass grows naturally. They come and they just free range, eat what they want, when they want. It's all pretty natural. It's making the system way more simple. The grain-fed for me is a complex system.
Yeah.
That is, I think, not so good for the animal. It's not as natural.
Yeah, well, it's like the animal eating McDonald's every day.
It is a bit. So here at Matangi, we concentrate on that. We call it the 3 E's, and we talk about it with all our staff. Excellence in breeding, excellence in farming, and excellence in butchery. Those are the 3 areas that we do control within our business, and we want to be excellent at all of them.
I love your determination and intensity.
I've always grown up on a farm. I love being a farmer, and I get such a kick out of producing the beef, not only just putting it out the gate and getting paid for the weight, but talking to people like yourself and getting feedback on what it's like.
Awesome. Matangi's words and actions are a breath of fresh air to me, and is a brand we should all get behind. I'm over the current system in New Zealand. Buying beef, it's faceless. I don't know who grew it. I don't know what the farmer's philosophy is, what they had for breakfast. I want to know all that, and I believe customers are changing and they want to know. So let's just buy food that has a great story and that the animals are looked after.
Yeah. The next big opportunity in farming is produce meat for eating quality rather than quantity.
Yeah.
And that's what we're focusing on. We're trying to build our own incentives by our clients enjoying what we produce and perhaps paying a little bit more. That's our incentive. That's what gets me excited. Someone needs to step up and say, yep, we're going to pay you a premium if you produce a tastier steak rather than just a bigger steak.
Good stuff. You've done it. Congratulations. The revolution is coming, but it would be rude to leave and not taste some of the team's work, and it looks delicious. After visiting the Matangi farm and seeing the animals and learning the farming principles, it's time for a classic taste test.
So we've got some big Matangi beef here, Ben. We've got picanha cut here, which is part of the rump cap.
Love it.
We've got a T-bone here, and then we've got a couple of ribeyes. You can see the lovely marbling from our grass-fed Angus in here.
It's incredible, look at it. The biggest indicator for a chef is the intermuscular fat, because that's going to determine how moist the meat is inside. The fat sort of will slowly mount and protect the meat and keep it juicy.
Yeah.
Let's compare notes. Like, what are you looking for here?
So we talk about marbling, and I'm looking for these flecks in here. You know, there's small ones amongst these bigger ones.
Yeah.
We've got these big veins of fat that run through with the smaller ones. And then we're looking obviously for the fat on the outside, because the more outside fat you're going to have, the better intramuscular fat. And that ratio is always the same with the animals.
What I love is that all the staff are heavily involved, and the focus is on the quality and care of the animals' 2 years of life. Awesome, let's cook.
Let's get into it. Awesome, looking forward to it. This is a picanha, it's a Brazilian cut. It's from the rump cap. It's got a beautiful big fat cap on it and lovely marbling through it. So I'm going to cut with the grain, then I'm going to put them on the skewer, and then I normally slice them across the grain.
Gotcha.
Is it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense, yeah.
You're the chef, are you happy with that?
No, this is your dish, mate. I'm not going to tell you what to do.
Why are we doing
this? You're building in some excuses for when it's not right.
Nah, mate, this is going to be primo.
I know what you're doing.
And hopefully we're going to teach Ben something.
Yes, chef.
As well as Ben teaching us something. Plenty of salt, right?
You've got to be like a grill ninja, don't you? Crouch down.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That T-bone's going to be good.
What do you cook beef on in the restaurant?
Oh, open fire.
Open fire?
You get a bit of smoke flavour from the timber, but the real flavour comes from the fat rendering, dropping onto the charcoal, incinerating, and then flavouring the meat.
Oh, right. Look at that.
Picanha.
Picanha.
I mean, that's looking pretty good to me. What should I do? Slice it up? Is that how you do it?
Slice it across the grain, yeah. Yeah, boy.
All right, the mighty T-bone.
T-bone.
So a little bit rarer on this one, on the old sirloin.
That's all right. Cheers.
Cheers, mate.
Good man. Well done.
Oh. Mm-hmm. That fat, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. Mm-hmm. Should we try the T-bone?
Mm-hmm.
Now, sirloin always rare.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's insane beef.
It's really good.
I think it's a real toss-up between the sirloin off the T-bone and the picanha, isn't it? And
It's got more to it than the eye fillet, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Sort of bite to it.
Yeah, and that's insane.
Yeah. That bit? More salt?
I mean, how great is this for you?
This is awesome.
2 years of hard work now.
I get a real kick out of getting feedback from people like yourself, chefs like yourself, customers, but also to sit out here with you and eat this and enjoy it with you. It's so satisfying, so rewarding. So you try that one there, that boned out ribeye. Yeah, nice.
What I'm looking for here is just over medium rare,
Yep.
because it's just got so much fat in it. And if you cook it any less than that, you've got this sort of congealed fat in there. That's so good.
So juicy.
This is going to be on at dinner time as well, and everyone's going to be watching, looking at their shitty steaks they're eating on their plates at home.
Where'd you get this from?
So the cowboy, and I guess for people that don't know, the difference is it's got this amazing cap on it. Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
It's almost like what you see in American barbecue when they sort of smoke the meat for ages.
Oh my
might be
God,
the
that's
best
good.
You sound surprised, mate.
I was expecting that to be a little bit tougher.
You grew it.
I know. Maybe you cooked it well. Wow, that's awesome.
This is the best beef in New Zealand, hands down. And I'm not surprised. Hearing your story today was amazing, and of course it was going to be like this. We have to put this on the menu straight away.
Excellent.
Thank you. For me as a chef, Matangi Beef makes our job easier at the restaurant. And we have a great story to tell our customers.
Awesome. Do we keep eating?
Yeah. Matangi Beef is the future and a game changer for me, but my adventure continues. Hastings has a vibrant and exciting nightlife with so many great restaurants and bars. It's a great place to be a part of. And it's known as having a key growing area of the Hiritanga Plains. But it also has one of the country's best farmers market. The Hawke's Bay Farmers Market is one of 26 authentic farmers markets nationwide, selling locally grown, seasonal fresh produce direct from the producers and is often cheaper than the supermarkets. And to me, farmers markets play an important role. They are the heartbeat of the community and encourage consumers to buy direct and understand where their food comes from. This cheese looks amazing. I mean, where is it made?
Yeah, so we make it fresh just down the road at our site in Clive. We're Hawke. We were founded to support people with intellectual disabilities to live fulfilling and meaningful lives. And so everything that we do is backed by that. And all the cheese and everything that you see here is from biodynamic cows, milked down the road. And yeah, the people we support make the cheese, they milk the cows, they work on the farm.
It's incredible.
Yeah, so we have a whole bunch of enterprises to keep them busy.
Such a great story. And lucky me, who should be walking around the farmers market? Her Lordship, the Mayor of Hastings. So markets like these I see as incredible places in the community. For you guys to provide a platform for producers to talk directly to customers, I believe, is something that every part of New Zealand should have. How do you feel about this market in Hastings?
Well, we're the oldest farmers market in New Zealand and we're a growing district. We produce the most amazing food on our fertile plains, and this market is the opportunity to showcase all our amazing produce, the beautiful fruit, the apples, everything that goes around the world. It comes from Hiritanga Hastings and we're incredibly proud of it.
A lot of our food in New Zealand gets exported. So isn't it amazing that the locals can access the food that would otherwise be exported? They can just come here and buy it directly.
Yes, we're very blessed. We have, the most amazing food, and for our community to come and learn the recipes of what to do with figs, and we just love feeling the vibe. People can come here just to listen to the music, buy a nice coffee and a loaf of bread and bring their family to celebrate who we are in Hastings.
There is something for everyone at the market, and on a beautiful Hastings day, you can't beat it.
Here we are.
Oh my word.
Just isn't it gorgeous to look at? And it's a very complicated thing. So what you're eating are flowers.
Wow.
There's about 300 flowers in there, and that you can see glinting, that's the sugars. The importance of figs in history has been twofold. One is you could dry them, so it was your winter food, and the other one was this was the source of sugar before sugar came.
Why does New Zealand grow such great figs?
Well, in Hawke's Bay, which is all of New Zealand, actually in one place, you have to have a Mediterranean climate, lots of sun, lots of healthy energy around, and basically a lot of hard work. But they grow well.
And right next door, New Zealand walnuts.
To get people onto New Zealand walnuts is pretty special.
Amazing.
Yeah, so that's what we're passionate about.
So these are just the plain salted?
So the plain salted, yep. So those are beautiful New Zealand grown walnuts, just slightly roasted with a little bit of salt.
Oh yeah, they're good.
Yeah.
These are like the easiest things to open. You just pop it in there and just crack it. And then you get this most glorious nut. And if you're clever, sometimes you can get them out whole like that. Look at that beautiful thing. It looks like a brain or something, doesn't it? So good. Coming up, I go full circle as I head to the Matangi Beef Butchery shop and then get to taste a couple of dishes at Cellar 495 restaurant. After being so impressed at the Matangi farm, I wanted to check out the butchery, as I believe it is the best way forward.
What we really love to do here is really promote our secondary cuts. We call them our hidden champions on our website. So things like our little terrace major fillet at the front here. This is a little known muscle that comes from under the shoulder, and it doesn't do a lot of work. So it's almost as tender as the eye fillet, but just has that little bit more flavour to it. The other thing that we really love is our flat iron steaks.
I love the flat iron.
Yeah.
And I mean, what percentage of an animal is considered prime cuts actually?
It's only 16 to 20% of the animal, so that leaves a huge amount of the beef for us to discover and play with. But I think it's one of the really lovely things about beef as well, is there's such a diverse range of cuts with different textures, different flavour profiles, and then they lend themselves to different types of cooking as well.
Yeah. You're never going to find these cuts at the supermarket, right? You're going to find the bog standard.
Yes.
And I almost feel like there's a revolution with butcher shops like yours now, where a reconnection of customers coming to butcher shops to find how to use the whole animal and find these interesting and intricate cuts that I guess the old people would have used, right?
Yeah.
The message is we have to support our local butcher. It's going to be much more interesting, much more fun, and to be honest, much more sustainable.
We're all far better off if we can support our local producers, our local butchers and our local farmers who are needing to use that whole animal. And the quality of the product you're going to get is just so much better.
The future must certainly be the dry ager, and it's a great piece of tech.
So it's kept at 80% humidity and around 2 degrees, and this lets the enzymes in the meat break down that connective tissue, which gives you a beautifully tender product. But beyond about 30 days, you're really just intensifying flavour profiles. It's a really special product, and we only put the best of our cuts in here, typically using the cuts that have the bone on and a decent fat cap to protect that meat while it's aging.
100%, yeah.
It then means that you lose less of the moisture.
Also the knowledge, like people being able to come here and they know that you raised this animal all the way through the whole cycle. It's quite emotional actually. It's really unique.
There's a lot of time and care and effort that goes into the product.
Now I get to try something that I've always wanted to do. Look at the fat coverage, amazing, eh? And that's to break down a quarter of a beast.
You got knives?
I'm using your knives.
Oh, okay.
Come on.
Okay.
Will you trust me to break it down?
Yeah,
that's the
that's
thing.
fine.
So you've got a 4/4. What's the first part that we do?
I would just take these off, so that's your hanger skirt.
That's the hanger.
Yeah.
So I know this in the restaurant, we call this the butcher's cut.
Yes.
And that is the part the butcher traditionally never gives to the customer.
Correct.
For me, I think that's better than eye fillet. So what about this bit? What's that?
Yeah, so that's just a skirt.
That's a skirt. Do I
so
take that off?
I would mark down there.
Mark down there?
Yep.
Like that?
Yep.
All these butchers are going to be watching the show and laughing at me. There are multiple ways to break down a beef, and it is harder than it looks.
So when you hold your knife,
Hold it like that.
yep.
So I'm looking for the join.
Hold on, take the knife out. So it should be in around there.
And around there. Like that.
Hold on. Can I? Sorry.
And soon enough, I'm given my marching orders. Oh, okay.
Yeah. You just run your knife along the end of it.
I could never have done that.
It's a brisket bone there.
Wow.
So you just want to follow along the top of that fat.
Wow.
Your shoulder.
Could never have done that either. Holy smokes, look at that.
And then we've just got our ribs left.
Finish it off. Bring us home, Vic.
Get you your ribeye.
So you would take scotches or
Cowboys,
tomahawks all out of that.
Roast.
Or dry age it just like that.
Yep.
As a chef, you think you know something about butchery, but you really don't. This is a completely different game than the restaurant. It's super amazing to be able to see where all these individual cuts come from. It's a phenomenal process, and it's actually a really physical job. Now to fully close the circle, Cellar 495, the best restaurant in Hastings, if not the Hawke's Bay, to try 2 Matangi beef dishes. Beef tartare using Matangi beef rump with fried pickles and 24-hour cooked oyster blade and croquettes of beef shin. So this is the beef tartare, and it's important to note that beef tartare should always be done with the rump. Beautiful texture. Fried pickles are a great idea. Right, let's try this oyster blade. So cooked for 24 hours, then seared on the grill. A secondary cut, but so tender. This is sensational. It's a very rare example of a farm down the road, a butcher shop across the road, and then a restaurant right here. And the food has just done this little journey to the plate. And this is the best beef in New Zealand.
This episode was brought to you by Balance Farm Environment Awards.